Welcome back to the
SHIT.
They Don't Tell You. See?
Yeah, we're being good boys.
Being good boys and good girls. And,
good
hopefully
girls.
YouTube is kind to this video. You never know. Sometimes I have to upload it twice and then it suddenly, the same AI that's like scanning us is like, we're good.
We'll let you have it now.
Yeah, weird.
Anyway, I'm Nikki Limo.
And I'm Stephen Paul Green.
Your hosts of the podcast that we shall not mention in the first 30 seconds of any video.
Nicole was born in Santa Barbara, California.
Whoa.
I was born in...
Why'd you call me by my IRS name?
Indianapolis, Indiana. But
Steven?
we moved very quickly, very, very quickly to the Washington, D.C. area in Virginia.
Okay, wrap it up.
And that's why I'm a huge Commanders fan, always have been.
Okay, go f*** yourself.
Okay, well, I'm just saying. For people who are wondering.
I think it's past 30 seconds and I can say go f*** yourself, right?
No, you probably shouldn't.
All right,
Mark, please bleep
that, Mark.
Thank you.
What do you want to talk about?
All right, so today we're talking about who, in fact, is the a-hole, or ASS.
You seem like the biggest one always.
No, why?
Because of this new Commanders fan persona.
I've always been a huge Commanders fan.
Damn it.
I don't understand
I hate it.
the controversy about it.
I hate it.
All right, so anyway, moving on.
I hate that you brand switched. I really hate it.
Your colors are interesting. I'm not a big fan of those colors.
No, you don't like these Colts blue colors?
It's not my favorite.
It's one of my favorite football teams. I ride for them.
Well, it must be very disappointing.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I still ride.
Yeah. Well, I tried that once.
Some loyalist.
I tried that once.
All right, who's an
so
asshole?
check it out. So
what?
AITA.
Okay.
For telling my sister her baby isn't a real baby.
What?
Yeah.
Is it not a real baby?
No, check this out.
It's like her dog.
Check this out.
A doll.
I, 26 female, got engaged to my fiance on January 1st. Congratulations, by the way.
Wow, congrats.
Big ups to you.
Yeah.
I was very excited to share with my family, of course, and everyone congratulated me and my fiance. I sent a picture of my ring to my family group chat as well as my Instagram, and everyone has been commenting on the fact that I got a very big diamond. My diamond is a lab-grown diamond that is just under 5 carats.
OP sounds like a
What? Already? She just got engaged to.
Okay.
She's excited.
Why is she describing the diamond in so much detail?
It is a lab-grown diamond that is just under 5 carats.
Okay.
I specifically asked for a lab diamond as I believe
Maybe
they're
it's
more...
your voice, the way you're talking.
As I believe they are more ethical. As you never know if a mine diamond is a blood diamond.
Yeah.
My sister, 31 female, was very excited for me. But as soon as I showed her my ring, her mood changed. And she was telling me it was too flashy. And it's just not practical. And it's too trendy and not, quote, timeless.
Trendy?
Yeah, it's not timeless.
You wouldn't know the fucking difference.
My ring is a pear-shaped solitaire ring with a Marquise band. And I love it, all caps.
That's great.
My sister then told me... Do you not?
I'm happy for her.
Okay, you're happy for her. Good. My sister then told me that there was no way that my fiance could afford my ring.
Whoa.
True, if it was a mine diamond, it would be 10 times the price.
And my fiance runs in the family.
It would be 10 times the price, and my fiance is a second-year resident. And then I should test to see if it's a real diamond. I replied that since it's a lab diamond, it was a lot less expensive.
It is, yeah.
She then proceeded to tell me
They're not like fake diamonds, though.
She then proceeded to tell me how lab diamonds aren't real diamonds. And since they made it in a lab, it doesn't hold the same sentimental value.
What?
My sister's ring is a small 1-carat mined diamond, and it's beautiful. I never said anything bad about her ring, and it suits her. I tried to laugh it off.
I hate these people.
I knew you'd love this one.
I hate them so much.
I tried to laugh at it. These are like the people that we would go to YouTube things, and Nikki would be talking to girls like this, and she would just like, please kill me. Please kill me.
Yeah.
Can I go talk with the guys about like Green Bay Packers? I'm like, no, you stay over there.
God.
Stay over there with those bitches.
Don't you just love the way it sparkles and it's da. How many carats is there? I don't fucking care. I don't fucking care. Why do you care so much? Why people care so much?
All right, check it out though.
So
it gets better. It gets better. I tried to laugh it off, right? Because she's like, making fun of the lab diamond stuff.
Yeah.
And I told her that I don't want a mined diamond. When I said that, she started yelling at me that it wasn't even a real diamond in the first place, and that it was grown in a lab, not the ground. That's when she said, by her logic, my niece wasn't a real baby then because she was an IVF baby and grown in a lab too. My sister and her husband had a lot of issues conceiving, as my sister had some complications with endometriosis. Their IVF journey was really tough, and they had multiple rounds and attempts, and one miscarriage, but finally got lucky and had a very healthy niece last year. I know my sister had a hard time conceiving, but that was kind of the point I was making. My niece started in a lab, but she was beautiful, but she has beautiful meaning behind her life too. When I made the comment that my niece wasn't a real baby because she was an IVF baby, my sister started crying over the phone. Her husband then called me and berated me and told me I was insensitive and I couldn't understand the depths of her emotional turmoil and I shouldn't have started a fight over a ring. He even said I was an ableist, ? I have endometriosis too. All right, we're done with this shit. All right, what do you think?
I mean, I had to pick the lesser of two evils, so I feel like I'm on OP's side. Yeah. Like, if you're gonna come after me for my ring, I guess I'm gonna hit you hard. I'll make an analogy about. Then that way, she has to admit that that's a stupid comparison because it is.
That's correct.
Yeah.
It's a wild example to underline a point.
Exactly. And I'm for that. I respect that.
I respect it. Was it a dick move? 100%. But you were responding to a dick move with a dick move.
And if I were to say it, I would also be like, see, I don't think that your baby is a fake baby.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Like I would be like, because that's on my side. Right, I think that anything grown in a lab is just as real.
Yeah, as kosher.
Yeah.
It's pretty wild to just sit there and go like, your ring's not that good.
It's insecurity, obviously.
It is clearly, yeah.
But it's just weird. Like it's just weird that like you're putting so much of your self-esteem, value of your like self-worth into like your ring being
hella people
better.
Do that though.
I know.
Hella people.
It's really weird. It just happened in a girl chat earlier this year or last year. Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone's gonna assume it's the big mood girl chat, so go ahead and tell them it's not. Yeah, exactly.
It's not.
But everyone just does
I have
that.
a lot of girl chats right now.
Yeah.
But no. I just I never paid attention to that. My mom had her grandma's ring or like her great grandma's ring passed down. It was like a family heirloom, and it didn't have a diamond on it. It was like a band with like the teeniest specks of diamonds, like just
little flicks
spaced out.
Yeah.
And so there was never an emphasis on diamonds or the ring and my dad lost his surfing when I was like really little.
Yep.
So like I don't even remember him ever wearing a ring until recently. He got like one 10 years ago or something.
Yeah.
But I just never wasn't raised around that kind of environment. So it's really hard for me to pretend to understand. I don't understand at all, and it's not me being like I'm different. It's just me being I just literally don't, and I can't understand it.
Yeah.
And I love my ring, and I think it's beautiful, but it's the sentiment behind the ring.
Carats.
And I've never tested it. Like
you shouldn't. Please don't.
It could be moissanite. It could be
could be from Claire's, but it's
cubic
not.
zirconia.
It could be from Claire's, but it's not.
I don't give a literal actual.
What if it was a sticker?
It's kind of funny.
What if after all these years it peels up one day as a sticker?
It's kind of funny. I'd clap.
It's pretty, yeah.
I'd clap for it.
I'd be like, wow, that lasted for a long time.
I'd just buy my own ring. Year. And I'd be like,
You would not. You'd be pissed about it, dude.
No,
at least because it's a betrayal, right?
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Like there's some principle. I guess I just stand by the principle, and like I just don't think that there's a principle behind getting a lab grown diamond versus a mined diamond.
Yeah, she's not saying she doesn't care about that. She's just saying like
it's the same. I mean, it's to taste. Do you like the way it looks? Yeah. Like if I hated the way it looked and I had to wear it every day, I'd be like, I wish he would have asked me first or something.
I could never tell. I mean, lab grown versus the real.
Oh no! I meant like the shape or like if there was like something aesthetically displeasing about it.
Yeah, well, pear shape I think is rough.
I can't. Nobody could tell with their human eye if it's a lab grown diamond or a mined diamond.
I'm not a pear shaped guy. I think all that looks whack. I also think the square ones look absolutely whack.
I've seen some really nice pear shaped ones.
Really?
Yeah, but it's got to be done a certain way where it's like lifted up and like it's the only thing. If it's like a big pear shape, but then like just a really simple band and then like it's just like a dainty
I think I've usually seen it gaudy looking.
Yeah, I don't like the gaudy looking ones. Yeah, just like a dainty band with the raised pear shaped.
I like simple.
Anything simple, I'm all for.
But I don't like princess cut.
But point is, like, I can't tell the difference between cubic zirconia, moissanite, lab grown, mined, and if it's like not killing people, then yeah, maybe we should just switch to lab grown.
But I wish I knew that before I bought your ring.
Yeah,
So like, why didn't you say that?
You fucked
You did not say that.
I literally said I don't care.
I know.
I just wanted a diamond.
It's true.
I didn't even know what kind of cuts were what.
By the way, here's how bad guys are out there. I'm the only guy who ever bought Nikki a diamond.
That's true.
Nikki Limo.
Yeah.
Very attractive woman.
Aw.
I'm the only guy who ever bought this bitch a diamond. That's crazy to me. That actually blows my mind.
I just didn't put any emphasis on it.
Well, I'm just saying, like, but like, it tends to be like a pretty quick move where guys are like, hey, I want to impress my chick with
gifts. I'm like, I like practical things. So
yeah,
like,
true.
I mean, I wanted a diamond because I never got one before.
Yeah.
So like
but see, it's something you thought
when we
about.
brought it up, I was like, I've just never been gifted one before.
Yeah.
And it's not like something I've always wanted I never got or whatever, but it's just like, oh, you know, like I feel like everyone's gotten a diamond in their life. I've never gotten a diamond.
Yep.
Yeah. So I got a diamond necklace.
And she still wears it. So
yeah.
hate on.
I just got a new chain for it.
Hate on haters. Okay.
Hate on haters. All right. Yeah. So OP, not the asshole.
Not the asshole. Well done, by the way, OP. We like you. We support it. Okay.
Yeah, you saved yourself.
Next one going to be...
I guess she needed the context. It just sounded braggy at first, but maybe it was the way you were saying it.
I definitely put a little oomph on it.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. I knew a little fastball.
You made her look bad.
AITA for telling my boyfriend that the tacos he made me weren't good enough. I, female 22, asked my boyfriend, male 20, to make me tacos for when I get home later that night. I asked him to brown the ground beef and follow the instructions. He doesn't really cook, but I thought the task was simple enough. So I get home a few hours after he made the beef, and things are going well. I quickly chopped the veggies so we could assemble the tacos, and I thanked him for making it for me, and we started eating. I ate a bite, and it tasted really bland and a bit chalky, and I asked him if he followed the instructions. He said, no, I just threw it together with some seasoning. So I asked him why he didn't follow the instructions, and he said, I didn't know what instructions you meant. He could have asked me what instructions. He could have Googled it. He could have looked at the seasoning packet.
You don't really follow instructions either.
Anyways, I'm kind of a picky eater. I only eat food that tastes good. If food just is meh, I'd rather not eat it, and he knows this. Also, I cook different dishes for him all the time, and I do my best to make sure they taste good as possible. So I said, why didn't you look for the instructions or ask me? And he said, I don't care. This is when I got really upset and left the room. Guys, if you ever want to understand women, that's it right there in a nutshell. She's saying a bunch of stuff that you really don't think matters at all. And then your response is, I don't care. It's over, dude. You have to. If you could just figure that little pocket of information out, you will slam puss in life.
Yeah, you'll slam puss.
You'll slam puss. Right? But man, I think some guys just get so mired in the details and they think women are so complicated.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, women are not complicated. It's a couple of simple things, and if you can drill them down,
yeah,
you're going to be drilling puss.
Just want to feel like listened to, or like
That's
heard, and like if you could just, even if you don't agree, like trying to understand
1,000%.
so that you can rephrase it and be like, is this what you mean? Is this why you're hurt? You know?
Men are from Mars. Women are from Venus. I'm like, no. Women just are. It sounds complicated, but if you're just listening to this bitch, you're good. Jesus. It infuriates me.
I know.
But thankfully, shout out to my mother. I had a mother help me raise me growing up. Also had my sister around.
Guys with older sisters, I think, are goated.
Pretty sick, man.
Because like you're the first guy I've dated, us like seriously, that had an older sister.
Out of many guys.
And it's no, but like it's night and day difference.
Yeah.
Night and day. And like, don't get me wrong, I always got along with like guys, like we hang out with their brothers or whatever, but like having a guy that understands women is like so fucking crazy. Like it's like night and day difference.
By the way, my buddy of mine thinks that like my sister's reading me the fucking Merc manual growing up or whatever, like as if she's like espousing her emotional fucking whatever thoughts to me. It never happened.
Just being
Not
around
one
them.
time. It's observing, right?
Yeah.
It's just observing and being around that much female energy and like also loving them even while they're yelling at you and stuff.
Yeah.
So like those two things, you're like, okay, I can understand where they're coming from. And like, yeah, you just try to parse it up. But I didn't have a sister put on a freaking...
No, she didn't like teach you or put a PowerPoint presentation together.
Hell no. But buddy of mine thinks that happened. And he thinks that's why I'm so good with chicks. Exactly. I'm like, whatever, dude. It didn't happen that way. I wish it did.
No, it's just like I'm friends with all girlfriends that have brothers. Like I don't know what it is. We just have like I think there's just a more chilled out vibe. Like we weren't raised competing with any other girls. So it like the thought of competing with other women isn't something that's in my like Rolodex of it's just not in there.
Exactly.
I just don't get it. So like all my friends that I get along with the most are ones that just grew up with a brother.
Yep. And so that's why I wanted to pick this one, because this just ends with like, she's basically saying, hey, look, I try hard to give you good food.
Yeah.
Why didn't you try hard for me even reading the damn packet? And he's just saying like, I don't care, because like it doesn't matter that much. And all you have to do is drill down on like, oh shit, my bad. I'm hearing you now. Yeah. That's so true. I should have done that.
Because this is just if you look at the root of the problem.
Right. You're just arguing about tacos.
It's not about taco sauce. It's not about the taco seasoning. It's about that she like asked you if you could do something for her. You said yes. And then you just didn't really care about what you were doing for her. Like you were just like, whatever, I guess I gotta like do whatever.
By the way, Reddit is blasting this bitch for saying she only eats good food. Which is not really, she's just saying like, I don't want to eat it if it's bad.
Right.
But Reddit's like, oh, you only eat good food? Well, fuck you.
Of course they are. But they also probably are the guy in the relationship that like is like, I don't care.
Like, why are bitches so crazy? I wish I was gay, bro. I wish I could be gay,
I'm garbage. Bro. I'll eat anything. Like I mean, I don't eat meat, but like I'll eat like, you know, the things I know I like. I don't care how they're cooked. I just like will eat them. Yeah. But that doesn't, if it's important to someone, like I have a friend who it's really important, like food flavor is like really important to her. And like she's
Which
really
one?
Well, I can tell you after.
Oh, she's like that's like a too personal thing to reveal.
Well, I mean, I don't want to call someone out.
Okay, yeah, fair.
Also, like nobody knows them.
Okay, go.
Here, it's a poker player.
Oh,
friend.
got it.
You went with them to London.
Oh, okay. Oh,
yeah.
Word. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
And it actually puts them in a really bad mood when they don't get to have like, because it's like so much a part of their life to have good food, and like they're a foodie. I don't understand it.
That's right, foodie.
I don't relate, but I can understand that when something's important to you and that's the thing that makes you feel good on a day-to-day basis, then like getting that taken away from you really fucking sucks.
Amen.
And I have little stupid things that might be really stupid for other people.
They're hella stupid.
But yeah, like I have to write in my journal or whatever. Like I have to have my coffee in the morning or whatever.
Like coffee outside.
And it's like such a little thing, but like if I don't have it, I melt.
Yeah.
I just have a meltdown. Like I'm sorry, like it's stupid. Yeah, it's stupid. But I just also like, it's just my one little thing that I really like, and it brings me joy, and like it sets the day up. Yeah. Right. And
I have to say too, when we got together and you told me that you were like that, I really didn't believe it until I saw it. You know, talk about like me not listening.
Yeah.
Like I really didn't like just, it didn't like have the impact on my brain.
Yeah, because why would it unless you've seen it? Yeah.
Until I saw it and I was like, oh shit, this is like a real deal thing. Like if she doesn't get her coffee within an hour of waking up, she'll have a full on
that was different,
almost panic attack, like crying.
Yeah, because like now I can go like 2 hours waking up without drinking coffee.
I've seen you do 5 hours.
Yeah, but back then, there was like, I think I was addicted to the creamer.
Yeah.
Because I've been drinking coffee black for years now. Like,
it's not the same.
Yeah,
You're
it's
not
not the same.
when you wake up. Yeah.
I don't know what it is. Yeah.
It's fascinating.
Yeah, and I would just start like tears would just come out of my face. Yeah. Because I was just so frustrated and like I would just cry.
So I think in this particular topic, if the manosphere, right, the people in the manosphere on like Twitter and all these, you know, YouTube channels of like dudes who will be like being like, girls are bitches and stuff and they just want your money. This is a perfect example of how they don't understand something. It's very simple to understand, I think. I feel it's very simple to understand. And if it's not simple for you to understand, I'm just trying to make it as simple as possible. It's like, it's not about the tacos.
Right.
It's about listening.
It's about that he didn't try and he doesn't want to try.
That's it.
Those two combined.
And that's why he's the asshole.
If he tried and it turned out bad, it turned out shitty, like I don't think she would be making this big of a deal out of it. Yeah. Like if he tried
explained the steps that he went through
and then and it genuinely just didn't work out, like some mistake happened or whatever. Yeah. But it's the fact that he doesn't care and he doesn't care that she cares.
Like, what's the big deal?
Yeah, exactly.
It's tacos.
And that's why women are like, the bar's on the floor. It's like, and then guys are like, oh, bitches are crazy.
Yeah,
you know?
No, they're like, oh no, I'm not tall enough or whatever. I love it. I love it all. I love it all.
It's like if you just like let someone know you care about them by valuing the things that they find important, even if you don't find them important.
Correct.
That's literally
and prioritizing them.
Yes,
showing them that you actually apply that and you're listening to them.
Yeah.
God forbid you do that, but no, it's really hard out there. And some guys are like, if I do that, then I'm taking the L. It's like, bro, you're not taking the L. You're listening to your partner.
If the W is having a healthy relationship, then you're taking a W.
I know, but some guys get real into that whole thing. It's very
an ego thing, yeah.
It is. It's very weird. Anyway.
Well, we're going to go on a little break.
Yeah.
And when we come back to SHIT.
They don't tell you.
They don't tell you.
We're going to watch more. Also, if you like the show, nothing helps the show more than joining us on Patreon. Patreon.com/sticky. You get this show a day early. Also, I do a little show in there called Crypto Corner. We have a lot of fun. We also do
a live stream once a month, a sticky
right.
stream. We just like chill for a little bit, and then we do a free roll poker tournament with cash prizes. We have one coming up soon, very soon.
And we have
next
the all-time
week.
greatest Discord community of all time. So there you go.
Join us over there, and we get to help Mark out and buy him blankets.
Yeah, all that for $5 a month. Thank you guys so much.
See you soon.
Be right back.
Hey, we're on a break right now, and I guess we're supposed to promo our show.
Yeah, so we're going to talk about our show.
We're going to talk about a show that you took a break from to like talk about how you should listen to our show.
Technically, we're not on break. We're still working.
It's called Shit They Don't Tell You, and it's all the shit that we wish people would have told us that we had to mess up on and figure out ourselves. Now we're telling you about it.
That's it.
And sometimes we answer questions that you send in, and sometimes we judge other people's situations.
So keep listening, and check us out on Patreon, patreon.com/sticky. Thank you.
And shout out to Brian Jorgensen.
Welcome back, everybody. Hope you had a good little break there.
A little one.
And now we're back to work, okay?
Okay, back to work.
Back to work.
Lock in.
Lean forward.
Get
dial
focused.
in.
Yeah.
All right, check it out. Am I the a-hole?
Yes.
Wife wants to travel without luggage for Valentine's. I do not.
What?
The wife wants to travel without luggage.
Yeah, that's weird.
Oh. We are a married couple, 30 male, 30 female. We're planning a trip for Valentine's to Europe from London, where we stay. My wife chose Vienna and found a flight with Ryanair Airlines, priced at £60 return each. She suggested we should take the flight for a 4-day trip. The flight, however, doesn't include any luggage. With cabin luggage, the flight is worth $120 each, doubling it, and she said we can manage without the luggage. She said she wants to experience traveling for a cheap amount and doesn't want to spend too much. For context, we are high earners. We live way below our means, so this is not due to a budget constraint. I suggested we should at least be able to take some cabin luggage, as I don't like to travel without clothes, especially on a 4-day trip. We got into an argument, and now she won't talk to me. I told her I wouldn't want to go for a trip if this is how I knew we'd be traveling. Am I the a-hole?
No, I don't think he's the a-hole.
Yeah, wife's a little...
Yeah, if they can afford it, like I can understand if they were like, oh, they got a shoestring budget, but they still want to see the world or something, you know, then you got to make do with what you can. But if they can afford it and they're living below their means, I don't understand why both people can't be comfortable. Just because the wife doesn't want luggage, like they can just split a luggage. They can just split the carry-on luggage.
That's what. Okay, so this is what blows my mind, because before you basically hitting me over the head with the fact that you can now fit clothes inside of bags that are designed to also hold laptops.
Yes.
Which I had no idea existed until about a year ago. I would have said, you have to, what are you talking about? You have to bring luggage. I need clothes. I have to, you know me, I'm a very fresh boy.
Yeah, and for 4 days, like that's not long.
Not long at all. I go to JK for 4 days all the time. And I use, what do I carry? A backpack.
You can also wear a lot of them. You can
well,
just,
exactly.
like, wear a lot on the plane and then the rest put in the backpack.
I'm just saying, like, I used to not even know that this was like
a hack.
But it is. It's a real deal
I
hack.
actually just got a bag. It was on sale. That's why I got it at Target. Not sponsored, but there was this bag that it's like one of those bags where it's a backpack, but it opens horizontally.
Lit.
And it's like basically a suitcase, but it's like shaped like a backpack.
So cool.
And it fits under the seat. And I got it because you go on weekend trips a lot. And, you know, whenever, like, if we did want to be like, oh, it's, you know, it saves a lot of money to not bring a carry-on, then it's, like, perfect because it fits, like, 4 days worth of clothes.
That's my dream, is because, like, now I know that I can do that.
Yeah.
Just, like, I could put 3 days of clothes easily, 4 days of clothes.
And it was only $25.
Pretty much no problem, yeah. Into, like, one of these backpacks that I can also fit my laptop in.
Yeah. That's key.
And then I'm thinking, like, okay, me and Nikki, you know, we'll travel to DC, go catch a Commanders game. Always been my dream. Right? To be in the Commanders stadium, like live watching my team.
Sure.
And so, yeah, I think this just makes it way more possible now that I know that this exists and I can save on luggage.
Yeah. But my point is, if you don't have to, like if one partner, if I was like, babe, I cannot fit all my toiletries and my makeup and my shoes and stuff in a backpack. I'm going to bring a carry-on and we can afford it. Like, it would be so weird if you just didn't talk to me anymore. Like, that's so weird.
If somebody asked me why I'm not talking to you and I had to explain it, that was why, I don't think anyone would understand.
Like, just because you can pack a bag like that doesn't mean everyone wants to. And if the husband wants to pay for a carry-on, like, I just think the wife's being an a-hole.
Yeah. Usually, guys like to think that the chicks care about the luggage so much. You never know out there.
I know. I mean, she could be emasculating him too. Like, oh, you need a luggage, but I
what
don't.
do you need it for? You need it for your purse.
I don't even need one. You need one.
Trying to pack extra purses there.
I just like think that people should just be comfortable when they're on vacation. If it's like a vacation
that's
thing,
the whole point.
Like if it's a work trip, like suck it up. Like whatever. It's like not gonna be fun anyway. So like just suck it up. But if it's a vacation, like why wouldn't you want to be comfortable if you can afford it?
Yeah, I agree. All right, this one I thought was so interesting. I'm very curious as to what you think of this.
Okay.
AITA for trying to breastfeed my baby in private. In private.
No.
I, 17 female, gave birth to my first baby less than a week ago. Today my parents came to visit and meet the baby. While my mom was holding my son, he started showing signs of being hungry and wanted me. So I asked for my son back and tried to excuse myself to my room to feed him. My parents were offended, saying that since they came to meet and spend time with the baby, I should just feed him right there.
What?
I explained that it wouldn't be a problem to put a cover over myself and feed him there if I were confident in his ability to latch correctly, but currently we're still figuring it out, and I have to take my bra off completely. My mom then said they didn't mind seeing as how I'm their baby.
What the f***?
And they've seen me naked before. So am I the a-hole for trying not to breastfeed from my parents?
No, that's so weird. Why are your parents forcing you to be uncomfortable?
That's honestly weird as absolute hell.
Yeah, usually it's the other way around.
Usually it's always the other way around.
Yeah.
That's why I couldn't believe this one.
That's crazy.
Dude, I'll never forget being around my sister when she first had her kid and she's just whipping him out. And I'm like,
just in front of my dad?
Jesus.
No. Like I don't care that like I'm your baby. Like I'm a grown ass woman now. And I'm not whipping my boob out in front of my dad.
No.
I mean, and by the way, I have no problem when women breastfeed in public. I think that's supposed to, like, it's for that. But if I was uncomfortable breastfeeding in front of my parents, I should have the right to go in my room to breastfeed my kid for, like, however long it takes.
Yeah. I have no problem with women breastfeeding in public either.
Like the mom being like, it's okay, you're our baby, do it.
No.
It's so weird.
I have no issue with women breastfeeding in public as long as while they're breastfeeding, I can be like, "Hey, I'm kind of hungry too." You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, that's what they want
if I can.
Yeah, and they probably think it's funny.
If I can make it about me in that joke.
Oh yeah,
then
definitely.
Yeah, I really like that.
Obviously,
love that joke, and everyone loves that.
Yeah, everyone loves that joke.
Everyone loves that joke.
It's so funny because you're saying it as a man, and you
I'm a grown man, you know?
And if you're at a restaurant, like you probably have food for an adult.
Yeah, but my food's not here. Yeah, you know. Can I sneak attack that thing?
And you're basically saying you want to suck on her boob.
You don't have to be graphic about it, but yeah.
That's why it's funny.
That's why it's funny, yeah. Exactly.
Like a baby.
I'm glad you get my humor.
Like a baby.
Like a baby. But I'm a grown man.
But you're a grown man.
I love it. I love it so much.
Sucking on a boob.
Oh, yeah.
Which is normally sexual.
It was last night. Am I AITA? So we agree that's like, what are you talking about? Your parents are weird as hell, by the way.
Your parents are so weird.
And your dad should be investigated. Federally.
That's so weird.
All right. AITA for taking my infant from my mom and not needing babysitting. Does that make sense?
Yeah. The mom wants to babysit and she's like, nah, I got it.
We were at a first birthday party and coming to nap time. So obviously, you know, the baby was getting exhausted and started to get tired. Gave him to Nana, my mom, for a hold before we left while we packed bags, etc. She was holding him for about 15 minutes. Got some pics of them together, and when he started to whine, he wasn't crying, but this is his way of like letting them know he's tired. I leaned over to grab him.
I kind of do that too.
Yeah, you do.
I'm tired.
I leaned over to grab him, and my mom pushed my hands away and said, "He's fine." I said, "Don't push me away from my baby." And I grabbed him and walked off. We said goodbye and left. I feel guilty now because he was fine. And she probably could have held him for a bit longer. But he was obviously tired. And to be frank, I didn't want to deal with a crying baby if I can help it. So taking him from her was a preventative move. Also, if my baby's upset or getting upset, of course, I'm going to grab him. I'm his mom. Was my reaction too harsh?
Yeah, maybe a little. I think it was
definitely.
Yeah, I just think that she probably was just, it's a lot dealing with kids, and like subconsciously you're not getting a lot of sleep, and like you don't know how much that affects you, where like you just kind of snap at people. I do it all the time when I haven't had enough sleep, or like if I'm in a hormonal part of the cycle. And I'm very aware that like of the tone, and I feel bad about it, and I usually apologize, but like yeah, I think that she's kind of, it wasn't a huge misstep, but it was a little harsh.
Yeah.
A little harsh. I think that she realizes that, and otherwise she wouldn't be writing about it.
Very harsh. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't really, I think sometimes these are just people just dumping that they feel bad to the internet.
Definitely.
Because that one's definitely that to me.
Yeah.
But hey, I would just call and be like, yo, I'm sorry I flipped out. That was weird.
Sorry, I was just dealing with
I was being a weirdo.
Being stressed out. Why isn't my diamond bigger?
Nice. Do you want a bigger ring? Do you want an upgrade?
No.
Okay. That's a thing now. Upgrading.
Whatever.
It's a huge thing.
I don't want to hear about it.
AITA for calling the cops on my ex.
I do want a tennis bracelet when you hit $1 million again.
Deal. Okay. Love it. Squared. It's going to be a long time. Would I be the a-hole if I told my mom not to talk about me with my daughter? A little bit of background. My mom and I currently light contact due to some drama several months ago. People who say light contact are some of my favorite people, by the way, just as an aside.
Yeah.
I won't go into details on that because it's not really relevant, aside from the point that we aren't currently close. My daughter has always had a very close relationship with my mom, and I've always encouraged that even after we had a falling out. It's not uncommon for them to video chat and play Minecraft together, or for her to vent about school, life, and even sometimes me. I get it. Kids get frustrated by their parents. It's totally normal, and I'm fine with it. She needs someone to talk to. I figured grandma's the best option anyways. However, this morning my son informed me that they were saying, quote, bad things about me. And so we had to have a discussion. Throughout the discussion, she told me how grandma said this or that, or how she does things at her house, and she can't believe that I do certain other things. I was a little shocked at first, and after a while of talking, I was able to calm my daughter down, and we cleared up a lot of misunderstandings. I feel like a lot of it could have been avoided if my mom had encouraged her to talk to me rather than fanning the freaking flames. I'd like to establish some boundaries with her, mostly about not critiquing my parenting with a frustrated 11-year-old. But it feels a bit controlling and intrusive to tell her or my daughter what they can or cannot talk about in private. Would I be the a-hole if I told my mom not to talk about me with my daughter? It's a tricky one.
I definitely think that she needs to tell her mom why she's upset. I think they just need to communicate. I don't know if
But they'll like contact though.
Huh?
They'll like contact.
I don't know if banning her from... Oh, did she say banning her from talking to her daughter, or banning her from talking about
her? Like saying what you can, what you can and can't talk about.
That's fine. That's not out of line.
You don't think that's a little tricky?
Yeah, it is tricky. I definitely would address the issue of her just, talking poorly about her.
Yeah.
That would be, I just think that all this communication issue stuff is going to build up and just cause more resentment. And I guess if she was going to say, oh, you can't talk about me anymore, I would tell her why. I don't think it's an asshole thing to do, especially if she's already being pretty lenient on not caring so much if the daughter and mom are close, wanting them to be close, encouraging that.
Yeah.
Obviously, she wants the daughter to have a relationship with grandma, even if they're having a fight. And I think that's really good and healthy. And I can see where this is a boundary that just has to be set.
Yeah, because dude, I had to talk to my kid for 3 hours about this. Don't do that stuff.
Yeah.
Knock it off.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't disagree. It's a little snipey.
It's the same as if you broke up with your partner and they go to the ex's house and then the ex is talking smack about you. Kids have to deal with this all the time.
Yeah, all the time.
And it's just it's not appropriate for the kid to have to deal with that.
Right.
And they get influenced by it.
Totally.
And that's messed up.
That's what I don't like.
Exactly.
Yep.
You're kind of like using the kid as a pawn.
Yeah, always.
In your fight.
All right, check this out.
Yeah.
Last one.
Okay.
AITA for giving my daughter a car, but her sister's no car.
Oh.
When my daughters turned 15, I made each of them a promise. If they didn't go around our backs and secretly smoke until they turned 21, I would buy them a car within reason.
21?
Until 21.
Isn't the smoking age 18? Or do they raise it?
I think he's talking about the weeds.
Oh.
Our oldest, Haley, now 25, broke that promise when she was 16, when we caught her smoking.
Yeah.
Cynthia, now 23, broke that promise when she was 18, but later admitted she had already tried it when she was 17. Both of them, fortunately, don't smoke anymore. When it happened, we were disappointed and somewhat mad, but we talked about it again and about the risks. We realized we couldn't really stop them if they wanted to.
So they have to wait till 21 to get a car?
21.
Okay.
Yep.
It's not really the same, but okay.
Yeah, they liked the idea of this. They didn't really seem to take the promise very seriously for at least two of them.
Yeah.
But our youngest, Jennifer, now 21, never smoked. She was honest about this, and her sisters also said Jennifer never smoked. After she turned 21, she came to me to talk about the promise. While I was hesitant, I wasn't going to break a promise I made to her, so I bought her a car.
Why would she be hesitant?
This did not go over well with Haley and Cynthia, who argued it was really unfair. And now they're really mad at me. Their mother, my now ex-wife, also said that I shouldn't have bought Jennifer a car, AITA.
Why?
That was the deal.
No, I know, but why are they mad? I mean, like...
I know, that was the deal. I
exactly. It's the deal.
That was
like,
the deal.
If you make a deal and the person follows through, especially after 21 years, like, I think you follow through on the deal.
Yeah, it's kind of a strange one because I'm like...
It's super weird. First of all, who makes a deal like this, like, and you have to wait till 21 to buy a car? Like, at 16, I wanted a car.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, at 16, I would work whatever job I had to do, and I would get a car if I didn't get one.
16 to 21.
And like, my parents got me a car, and I'm really thankful for that. But like, if they didn't give me a car, I'd be working my ass off trying to buy a car.
Like, are they doing bird scooters till they're 21?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, but you know what? This generation doesn't drive. It's
really?
Super bizarre. They don't fucking drive. Yeah. I mean, I guess because Uber was like prevalent when they were growing up.
Oh, right. I didn't even think of that.
Right. But like, it's so weird to me. Like, they're not only do they not drive, but they don't care to like drive. Like, it's not even like on their list of priorities to get their license or like want to drive.
Yeah.
It's super weird.
That is weird.
So I guess
all respect to you guys.
Times are different now, I guess.
Yeah.
But like, that was our way to get away from like
everything.
Yeah. And now it's just the generation just doesn't behave that way.
Plus, my house was so loud growing up. Like, just getting in the car and just like closing the door was amazing.
And like, you felt independent. It was like the way you had held on to independence.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't understand it at all. It's like a weird...
Dude, nothing beats that first day when you have your car and you get into it and you turn the engine on. You're like, I can go wherever I want now.
Right now. And me alone. I can just do it alone with nobody.
It's a crazy thing that you just can't believe is real.
Yeah.
When it's happening.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, I could do that literally whenever I want, and I do. But it's like, it's a crazy thing.
It is crazy. Yeah. I can't believe that kids these days like don't care.
Or don't want that.
Don't want it. Yeah. They don't. I mean, it's not like...
I can't believe...
Super exciting
we
for
have
them.
a friend who doesn't want that. And I'm like, that's pretty crazy to me.
Oh, yeah. That's our age. Yeah. Yeah. I don't get it.
I'm like, just learn to drive, brother.
Yeah.
Just learn how to drive.
Also, I love driving. And I love that I have the option.
Me too.
That like...
It's big for me.
I can just go anywhere I want right now. If I wanted to drive to Utah, I could do it.
Go to Utah.
I wanted to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, right. That's why I don't come to Utah. And then you come back home.
You turn around.
Yeah, you come back home.
Or you go, wow, this place rules, and I'm never going back.
And you join a sister wifehood.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Which is why I went in the first place.
Yeah, love it.
Love it. Yeah, so there's that. But so, okay, if I wanted to smoke and I didn't care about this deal or whatever, I got caught and I wanted to smoke, I'd still have to wait like years before getting a car.
Yeah, just to get a Honda Accord or something.
Right. So I'm like, okay, I'll smoke then, and like I'll buy my own car, like whatever.
Yeah, I'll hang with my friends and have a good time, actually.
Yeah, I just don't think it's that hard not to smoke. So maybe I was just like, okay, you gave up. So it's like the marshmallow test. It's like, okay, you gave up like for instant gratification, you gave up like this way cooler thing.
Tell them the marshmallow test real quick.
The marshmallow test is a test they did on kids where it's like, it was supposedly to test delayed gratification, and then they would follow up on the kids, and like the ones that delayed the gratification, so they'd give a kid a marshmallow, they leave him in the room alone with one marshmallow, and they said, if you don't eat this marshmallow, we'll give you another marshmallow, or we'll give you like as many marshmallows as you want after 5 minutes. So then they'd leave the room and they'd leave the kid in the room with the marshmallow, and if the kid didn't eat the marshmallow, they would get way more marshmallows, or double the marshmallows or whatever. But like it was this test, like some kids took the marshmallow right away and they didn't get the extra marshmallows, and they followed up on the kids, and it was like the kids that took the marshmallows right away didn't do as well in life. Like they weren't as successful as the kids who, so then they correlated it to that being attributed to success, a quality of successful people, which is actually not true anymore. I was just reading this book this last week, actually, called Hidden Potential by Adam Grant, and there was actually a second study done that there's more to it. Like the kids, like in their background, if they were deprived of food, like they just don't know if they're when their next meal's coming, they don't know, or if they're like in a home where promises were made but then not kept, like they aren't trusting enough to believe they'll actually get a second marshmallow or more marshmallows if they don't take the marshmallow right now. So then they think like, oh, I'm going to lose this one reward if I don't take it, and I might not get the other reward. Wow. And so there was more psychological aspects to it than just like, can you delay gratification? Right. And so it turns out, like everything, how you were brought up or like the socioeconomic backgrounds had a lot to do with these other decisions and whether or not you were more successful in life.
That's wild.
Yeah. But anyway. Shouldn't
have done marshmallows, dude.
Don't do marshmallows, you get a car.
I'm not a marshmallow guy.
And maybe that's because I had plentiful marshmallows.
If there was Sour Patch Kids, I would have fucked it up.
Yeah.
For sure. I'd pick that thing up immediately.
I liked marshmallows, but if you're like, I'll give you more marshmallows if you wait, I'd be like, okay. Like my dad used to do that.
Yeah, you were cool like that.
My dad used to do that with money.
Right.
He's like, all right, he taught me about interest.
Yep.
You know, if you loan me this $5 now, I'll pay you back with interest. And I'm like, okay. And then he paid me back $6. And I'm like, that's pretty sick. I made $1 and I didn't have to do anything. I just loaned $1.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, you know, the banks were supposed to do that.
Welcome to banking.
My mom was a banker. My dad was accountant. But yeah, the banking systems don't really pay you back interest anymore. But point being, I don't think it's that hard to not smoke to get a car. But maybe it's just because of my background that promises were kept in my house. Yeah. That I believe you. That if you say that if I uphold my end, that you'll uphold your end.
Promises were kept in my house as well.
Yeah. So I think maybe it's easier for us to say. So I don't know. I mean, the fact that the mom even hesitated to buy the car,
right? Or
OP or whoever was writing, I'm like, why would you hesitate? They upheld their end.
Yeah, that was weird.
Like, why would you? I don't know. Why would that be?
Probably because you can't believe someone's calling your bluff.
Right. Exactly.
Because you're like, first two daughters screwed it up.
Or you think that like, oh, I should get the other daughter's one too, even though they fucked up. Because that would be really fucked up.
That would be messed.
If I held up my end of the deal and they didn't, and then they still got the reward. Yeah. What does that teach your kids? So I don't know.
I told I don't know. I learned a lot about, you can't really teach by example always either. Mm-hmm. Because like I didn't smoke anything growing up and stuff, and my brothers both did. So I'm like, whatever. Yeah,
but I don't know. Like you had more of a path that you wanted.
That's true.
I think that drive is a big factor too. I agree. Like I always had things I wanted to get done. Like I had goals. There were things that I wanted to accomplish, and my friends that smoked like didn't really have that. They didn't really care.
That's fair.
And so the only motive I had was to be cool with my friends, like do it with them. So I tried it.
It's pretty sick.
But I didn't have like a car on the line, so I tried it and I didn't like it. And I was like, all right, when you guys do that, I'll just watch. Like, I don't care. Like, I wasn't like, oh, I have to be part of the group. Yeah.
Well, that's all the time we have for today, everybody. We hope you all having a good day.
I hope that you get the biggest diamonds because it means that your partner loves you more than people that give their partners smaller diamonds.
That's a fact, by the way. You Google it sometimes. Maybe read a book sometime.
The size of the diamond equals the size of the love.
Maybe read a book if you don't agree with that.
A little teeny tiny diamond? Sorry, your partner doesn't love you that much.
It's a fact.
And you should always judge other people's relationships based on the size of their diamond and whether it was grown in a lab or not.
Couldn't have said it any better myself.
Yeah.
And with that, we'll see you guys on the next one.
Steve loves me a medium amount.
I love you 1.2 carats amount.
Hell yeah. And that's all I wanted.
All right. See you guys. Bye.
Bye.